Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Before I get started, as always, we give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Maharakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, the men who rule very well over Israel, and also the same men that taught us this truth. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the sincere Hakim that are out pushing his word throughout the four corners of the round earth, and to those brothers and sisters that are listening and learning, and to those that support the ministry. Hey, Shalom. Yeah, it's the brother Yakana from the GMS Houston camp, coming back with another installment of GMS Practicals. And I wanted to go into this lesson this evening, man, that, about measuring the time diligently and what's going on and what is leading up to and how what is going to culminate in, what's going to be the end game as far as being on this side in the flesh. And what prompted that, man, was brother put up on our group chat down here in Houston, man, that a bunch of stores in Oakland, California, are going cashless, man. They're not taking cash money anymore. It's all, debit, phone, smartphones, cards, whatever, but no cash, and it's due to, so they say, due to crime. And that is true, but it's like this, man. It's like, hey, join the club, man. You know, a lot of cities have already been doing that, and they say it's crime driven. Crime drove them to go cashless, and it's kind of weird, man, when you first see it, because I know like last year I do ride share, and I was dropping some people off at what's the name of that place, Minute Maid, where the Astros play, and I saw the sign that said $30 parking, $20 parking, and all that. That particular sign said $30 parking to get in one of those parking lots, like right across the street from the stadium, man. But what got me was it says no cash. They weren't accepting cash, man. So it's a lot of places. Like, look, I can understand at a restaurant or gas station or something like that. But this is a parking lot, man, with some parking lot attendants. Just Jake they grab off the street and say, hey, man, we need you to watch the gate. And Jake, yeah, Jake used to make money doing that, man, because they charge people to park and tell them where to park, and it was all cash. There was no cards to do that. This is a gravel parking lot, man. And now even they won't take cash, So the times that we in, that was just one thing, man. And then the brother had put on that the other day about a train derailment, man. You know, and it's funny with these trains, it's always a chemical train to derail. Trains carrying military equipment, they don't derail. Carrying cars that go to the dealerships, they don't derail. You know, it's always just a chemical train. And it's always either in a rural area where it's pretty populated or over a river, and it's always up north. So, which is all by design. So is the crime-driven cashless stores, man. All this is by design. It is crime out there. I'm not saying that, but a lot of times, a lot of these things are set up by Esau, man. You know, it's just like a false flag type thing. You know, we'll attack ourselves and blame somebody else. And I remember somebody told me this a long time ago when I was in high school, how they gonna go, when we were talking about going cashless. Actually, it was my oldest brother. And he was like, crime is gonna be one of the major vehicles that drives this cashless thing. And I always thought about that over the years, but it went by the wayside. And then when I got into the truth, I started hearing the apostles, man, and it all started making sense. Esau is a rat bastard, man. But everything that's being done It's by design, but Esau, he's doing it, but he's being controlled by the Most High on the left hand side through Satan to do this, man, because it has to be done, But I don't want to sit here and ramble on, man. And just wanted to bring out a couple of instances, man, because every day on the group chat and every day brothers bring out lessons all throughout Great Millstone. It's something new. It's always something new, man. And like the elder apostle Tahar said, and you got to be unemployed and there's nothing else to do all day, every day to try to keep up with all this stuff, man. Because there's just so much going on, you know. Because I put day before yesterday on the group chat about all those tornadoes that went down, that touched down in Indiana, for like a 3 mile radius and just devastated shit, man, But I'm gonna bring these scriptures out, man. I'm gonna start with this, and it's a lot here for me going on before I brought out scripture. I apologize for that. This is Second Ezra chapter 9, and starting at verse 1, and it says, He answered me and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made. And these are the things that are going on, man. So you can tell the Most High is visiting, man. He's touching this place. He's visiting in a major way. Well, in a semi-major way, really. Because what he's got coming next is going to make this look like a train derailment. Is going to look like a walk in the park, man. Tornadoes touching down in one state, tearing up stuff for 3-4 miles is going to look like the wind just picked up a little bit. Oh, it's getting kind of breezy out here. No, man, because what's coming, man, as the scripture says, and I'll touch on that in a minute, a day like no other, man. A day is coming that has never been seen before, man. There's never been a day like it, nor will there ever be again. But I'm going to go back to this Second Ezra, because we're seeing these signs past, man, which the Most High spoke of, okay? Verse 2, it says, Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world in which he made. So to reiterate that, this is that time, man. This is the time. The time of what? The time of the end. It's drawing nigh, man. The end is very nigh. We're in the last of the last days, man. Okay? Verse 3 says, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And every time you turn on the TV, there's a tidal wave, a tsunami, tornadoes touching down, torrential rains just out of nowhere. Just like Friday, we were out on the block, and it was hot, man. I mean, and for those that have ever been to Texas, man, especially South Texas, from Houston on down, really, the humidity is deadly out here, man. I had a woman ask me that I gave her a ride. She said, How long have you been here? I said, I've been here all my life. And she said, How long does it take to get used to it? And I said, You don't. When I come out of my house, that same proverbial blanket, a quilt, not a blanket, a fucking quilt of humidity is thrown over my head just like it's thrown over yours. And you don't get used to that, man. So, but we were on the block Friday and it was sweltering, man. It was hot as hell. And me and one of the brothers, Brother Bakwasha, I said, man, I wish the temperature would drop, at least 15, 16, 20 degrees. And he said, yeah, brother, but for that to happen, it's going to have to rain. And the wind stopped blowing. So we sat there and he said, we'll send up a quick prayer that the wind pick up so we can at least have a breeze. So the wind picked up, man, and the water Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai for that. And then Later on, about an hour, about 40 minutes later, it really picked up. And then the clouds rolled in from the south, man, off the Gulf, and it got dark as hell. The temperature started dropping, and it started pouring down rain. So we shut camp down because it was coming down. You could see it coming, so we shut camp down. And when we got under the covering, lo and behold, it started hailing, huge hail, pieces of hail, man. And some of the brothers actually made the comment, "I've never seen hail in my life." But that was a first, man. So when we're seeing all these, what you may consider to be abnormal signs, but these things have to happen, man, because these are the things that the Most High spoke of. Earthquakes in places, man, that they had an earthquake over there. Yeah, it was an earthquake out there. You wouldn't believe that, but it happened, you know. So it says, that's when it says, "Then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning." So all these things are coming to fruition, man. They coming into play, and it's just simple as that, man. That when you see these signs and wonders and the uproars of the people, man, my God, like what's going on in China, they got them people. Uh, they got them. I don't know if how to say it, on lock. Let's say that way. Uh, you know, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I just got back on this page, man. It's been over a year. This is my original, and I just got back on, and I don't want to get struck and knocked off again. But I mean, whatever's gonna happen. But everything that you see that's going on over there with the uproars of the people and all around the world, those are just preludes, man. Those are previews, if you will, of what's coming to Babylon, aka America, man. You know, because it's gonna happen and happen, man. Anytime you start reading some prophecy, just like he in Second Ezra's, you can sit back and go, "Damn, a bunch of that just happened this week," you know, and the week before. Is the Most High is picking up the pace, man, and that's the part right there that we need to understand. Really, everybody's serious, man. The Most High is not BSing. Satan ain't bullshitting. Esau ain't bullshitting. You know, the other heathen nations that are in cahoots with Babylon, they not bullshitting. But 2/3 of our people are, man. Jake is dragging their damn feet, man. As long as Jake can hit the club on the weekend and smoke and drink and have a good time, that's all Jake is care about. Jake is that's all he cares about. That's why our people are gonna be blindsided, man, when this CBDC hit and the reset and when we come back out of that, it's gonna be a whole new world out in here, man. And our people, 2/3 ain't ready. So that's all I had on that, man. Just wanted to go into that. Measure the time diligently, man. Filter everything that you see or that you hear, filter it through the scriptures, man. And as the elder apostles said, what was the first thing I ever heard when I first came out to take notes? Not coming to camp, but just to take notes. Like the apostles, all elder apostles always said, don't take our word for this, man. Do your own research. So measure the time diligently, man. Pay attention to what's going on. Filter everything through the scriptures, and do your research, man. Be persuaded in your own mind, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it with that, man, and hopefully it was edifying. So until the next time, Aparatazah, Shalom.